mate. A double century at Lords. I know we asked you this yesterday about your century, but how does it sound when someone says to you that you scored a double century on debut at Lords?
Yeah, I think it's a very special feeling. As I said yesterday, it's going to take a few days for it to sink in, but very happy with how it's all unfolded so far. I couldn't have dreamed for a better start. So very happy and pretty proud to say that I've scored a double century on debut. So it's been a great couple of days.
Has the phone been blowing up from back home in the last 24 hours or so?
Yes, I'd say it has, but unfortunately I haven't really been on my phone, so I haven't attended any of the messages. So I can see that there are a lot of messages, but I've sort of avoided looking at my phone. So it's good to get the support, but I'll sort of attend to those messages when I've got some time after the test match.
How was today? Obviously, you guys started with a really good platform and still started pretty well again with Henry Nichols, and then it all, I don't know if it fell apart, but it probably didn't go as well as you would have hoped. What's the feeling amongst the team in terms of the 378?
Yeah, I think we started off really nicely. I think Toe and I we got off to a pretty good start. We built a pretty good platform. We knew that they were going to provide quite a lot of pressure early doors with their seamers, and they sort of started us with a bit of run, so credit to them, they bowled pretty well. And then, we did have some pretty good partnerships down the order. The way Kyle Jamison came in, batted with intent, and also sort of Neil Wagner, the way he went about his business at the end there was pretty awesome, and those are crucial runs for us. I think 370 odd, decent total on that wicket. So we're looking positive, and we're looking forward to tomorrow as well.
Just lastly from me, do you owe Neil Wagner a beer for sticking around to help you get to 200?
Oh yeah, certainly. When I sort of top edged that ball while it was in the air, Wags was shouting, "Go ball, go ball!" So credit to him. The way he came in, the way he assessed the situation and played with some really good intent. Kept the momentum going throughout the innings for me. So massive credit to him. Obviously, couldn't have reached that milestone without him, being there at the other end.
Thanks, mate. Well done.
Cheers. Thank you, Guy.
Hey Dev, Mark Getty here. Congrats again.
Oh, thanks a lot, Gens. Thank you.
How can you talk us through how tiring and how drained you feel after that in nearly 10 hours at the crease, and I guess all the emotion of the build-up and taking in Lords and things like that? I mean, how much of a toll does it take? Yeah, surprisingly, I'm actually feeling okay. Sort of after the day's play, I had a discussion with Gary, and he asked me how I was feeling, and I sort of said, I'm actually feeling a lot better than I expected. I think, I'm probably running on quite a lot of adrenaline, with it being my, debut game. So, I actually feel deceivingly good. But I have, in saying that, I have been using quite a lot of, energy drinks, protein shakes. I've been well looked after by the support staff in terms of getting the right electrolytes in, and just sort of managing that. So it has been a couple of hot days, 2 days in a row back to back, being nice and warm. But like I said, I'm actually feeling pretty good. And just a bit about the England bowlers. Mark Wood, first of all, would he be close to the quickest you've faced? Yeah,
he's certainly up there. He is quick. I think the nature of this wicket's actually not one of the quickest wickets around, so I'm pretty grateful that I sort of got a chance to face him on a slightly slower wicket. But he is pretty express. Does get that adrenaline flowing, and it is quite exciting to sort of face. So he's probably one of the quicker guys I've faced throughout my career.
And there's that moment early on yesterday when he got a couple of nasty ones, and then you sort of counter-attacked with that pull shot for four. Was that quite a key moment for you, just to reassert your dominance, so to speak?
Yeah, well, that was probably me just trying to adjust to the conditions. That was the first short ball he bowled to me when he hit me sort of on the arm. and I was kind of surprised by the bounce of the wicket. You know, he dug it in really short, and you know, sort of playing a lot of cricket at the base and reserve, you know, sort of trust that that ball's going to bounce pretty much over you if it's that length. But the nature of this wicket sort of made it sort of just skid through. So, you know, I took a couple to the body and then sort of realised that option is not going to work for me. So I'd either have to look to play it or take it on. So I chose the option of trying to be positive and try and take it on. So thankfully it worked for me in the end.
And also Broad and Anderson, a lot's been said about them as a duo, and you know their record speaks for itself. But was there one particular shot that you played against either of those two that was perhaps the most satisfying?
If I can think back, I think my first ball I faced from Jimmy Anderson, I might have actually hit him for a cover drive for 4. It might have been my first ball. If that is the case, that'll probably be the more memorable shot that I had played amongst those two bowlers. But you know, in saying that, they are really skillful bowlers, and you can kind of see why they've been so successful throughout the years as a duo together. So it was a good challenge to face them. So I'd probably have to say my first ball from Jimmy Anderson was a good start to facing him.
All right, and just one more, mate, I know it hasn't all probably sunk in yet, but just your impressions of Test cricket. I mean, you've played at Nationals before, but what do you make of it all? And I guess it goes without saying, it makes you hungry for more Test cricket and you know, more centuries, I suppose.
Yeah, definitely. You know, it's a pretty special feeling, you know, just to sort of walk out there and represent New Zealand and have that opportunity to wear the fern on your chest is a pretty special feeling. And I think, you know, it's going to take some time for me to let this all sink in. I'm just truly grateful that I've been given this opportunity to perform this role. I'm glad that I've been able to contribute so far in the game. And it certainly makes me feel very hungry to continue playing lots of Test cricket in the end.
Right, and you guys thinking win, obviously. I mean, you're in front of the game a little bit, but you're confident you can close it out?
Yeah, you know, there's still a lot of time in the game. You know, there's 3 days to go. So, yeah, we've got to stay positive, build pressure tomorrow with the ball. And as we've seen, that wicket is starting to get a little bit inconsistent in terms of up and down. So hopefully our bowlers can exploit that tomorrow. We hear that there could potentially be slightly favourable bowling conditions tomorrow. So if we can exploit that, that'll be very good for us. And if we can restrict them to a total lower than ours, you know, we can maybe set them something, and then maybe we can bring in Mitch Santner in the second innings to try and perform a role for us.
Excellent, mate. Thank you very much. Go well. Sleep well.
Cheers, guys. Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Anything more from TVNZ before we let Dev go?
Nah, mate, I'm good. Thanks so much, Devon. Well done, mate.
Thank you, guys. Take care.